Hello,
Ozzy,
how are you doing?
I'm very good, thanks for yourself.
Yeah, I'm great.
Full of energy,
Mm-hmm.
not tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. And we just nearly got started chatting already for the day. And you were saying about self-righteousness, what are you struggling with?
Saying that I am feeling better and I'm doing better and I'm like, great. But you don't want to think of it in a,
I'm better than anybody else. Or better than, yeah, I'm literally struggling with it. I feel so good. I feel so happy. I feel so energetic. But I don't want to get that false sense of self-righteousness or like false sense of spirituality that I'm the way, I'm the
I am
answer.
a spiritual being.
Yeah, I am not.
Float above it. No, it's not.
Again,
Just learning.
I'm a beginner, but I do feel so much better.
Lighter.
Yeah, just lighter. Day 21, it's our 21st day of doing it. 3 weeks today. Good job.
And that's the end of. I'm joking.
And with that, back to the
Yeah.
studio. Day 21, it's the same verse. They've given us the same verses last night. 1 Corinthians 2, verse 14 and 16. It says, oh, you can read it tonight.
Someone living at the merely human level doesn't accept the things of God's Spirit. They are foolishness to such people, you see, and they can't understand them because they need to be discerned spiritually. But spiritual people discern everything, while nobody else can discern the truth about them. For who has known the mind of the Lord so as to instruct him? But we have the mind of the Messiah. 1 Corinthians 2, 14, verse 16.
For who has known the mind of the Lord? For who has known the mind of the Lord? For a man's grasp, a man's reach should always exceed his grasp. You should always strive. Yeah. For who it... No, God. Sorry that I just started talking.
It's okay.
So, for who has known the mind of the Lord, right? This guilt that we're feeling, that you feel a bit better. There was somebody in philosophy, I'll look it up, said, for a man's grasp, for a man's reach should always exceed his grasp. You should never
should have high expectations.
Yes, you should never be able to achieve your goal.
Yes.
Never. So, for nobody's known the mind of the Lord, but you should try respectfully to strive and live in the image of Jesus Christ and what God asks of you.
You're never gonna be them.
No, you're gonna fail.
You should strive to be perfect.
Yeah, you should reach, but you shouldn't be able to obtain.
Correct.
Cool.
Because you'll never be like.
And I mean, where's the guilt in that? Why is there guilt in that? There shouldn't be guilt. Like, why did we get brought up in a society or somewhere along the line that everybody thinks it's okay to be mediocre, right? While there are billionaires out there, always grasping, never reaching their goal either, but they are billionaires, and for some reason us, like, especially in our country or in our environment, in PE, in a small town, especially, we kind of get told, no, this is how your life's going to be, and you have to only settle with this, right? And the world keeps telling you that, and they tell you that, and then you start believing that about yourself, and you also start having a subconscious psychological disorder of believing you are worthless. So if you have an underlying feeling of worthlessness, you're going to struggle with your religion and your spirituality too. You're not going to feel like God's going to save you. You're not going to feel worth God's saving.
Of course.
And that's the influence. That's not your parents. That's the influence of the world telling us. Just telling us. No, what I'm trying to say is, the world tells us we can only be this, right? So if you grow up in a small town in South Africa, you're going to go work in a tire factory, right? That's it. Nothing wrong with that job. Nothing wrong. It's very respectable. But a lot of boys leave school at 16 years old, right? And they never strive to be anything other but in the meantime, there's billionaires like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, they're pushing agendas on us, all these things. Whereas these men who went to go do these humble jobs are more respectable,
Yes,
they're more
yes,
honorable, they've
yes,
got
I get
more, right? But that's a psychological thing that the world pushes down, right? The results of that happening to you means you're humble, you're a good guy. But my issue is that why aren't we chasing, why aren't we as normal people also reaching in our careers, in our relationships, in everything that we do? Because if we do that, you'll also have the tools necessary to reach for God. If you know how to reach for success in life, you also know how to reach for God. But if you don't know how to reach for either, the other one's going to lack too. Your drive, your energy, like what we said, your energy levels, it's just going to lack. Sorry, I'm talking so much right now.
It's okay.
But I read it recently, and it makes so much sense now that your grasp, you're striving to be like God, your drive and your ambition in religion, if you can get that down from a young age, if you can teach that, yes, whatever else you try and do in life, you can. So teach the young kids kind of like, yeah, teach them hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. Keep teaching kids these things. Don't take it away from them, like what we also just said about, like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this in the first place? Our reason for doing this.
Make the world better and be better.
And make sure there's Christianity left in the world. Yes. Make sure that if we decide to have a child, that child has Christianity,
yes,
but it's not that child. It's our friend,
child's child,
or our friends. Yeah, the
future.
It's not this generation or even the one after. It's the one after. It's your children's children that we should be thinking about, and that's why we're doing stuff like talking about God, living in the image of God, actually taking the steps that are necessary by the Bible, not by what the world agrees upon and stuff about. Oh, you're a good guy, so you get to go to heaven. Oh, you're a good person, you get to. No, there are actual things in instructions to follow.
Accept Jesus Christ into your heart and you, He's your Lord and Savior. Bye-bye.
Anyway, yeah, I went really off topic, but like I said, just that philosophy thing. Who has known the Lord, the mind of the Lord? Your reach and exceed your grasp, right? So strive to be the best version of you.
Yeah.
Within everything that you do, and do it with God. Like, and let's leave the guilt alone. Like, I don't want to feel guilty for feeling so good. I don't want to feel guilty that my life is going better. I want to tell people, like,
yes, you should.
I've given people so much advice in my life, right? I've given people so much advice about, if you can focus like this and control your mind about food, you won't, it's just fighting through the hunger. I've given people so much crappy advice about so many crappy things. And now I realize there's something that actually works, that I believe in as much as I know how to snatch, or I know how to get a six-pack. And it works. It works. It works every day, but it also really ties in with all those advicey things I've given before, and I just couldn't ever see it.
Gives you life.
No. Sorry. Wow. I just went off on one. Someone living at the merely human level doesn't accept the things of God. So what I'm trying to say the whole time, why I feel so passionate, is because I think I'm starting to accept the things of God 21 days later, right? They are
foolishness to such people.
Yeah, so you might think I'm crazy.
They're ridiculous, yeah.
You might think I'm losing my mind.
We are ludicrous, we are crazy, we're insane.
Yeah, and that's fine, I don't care.
They can't understand them because they need to be discerned spiritually.
Yeah, I don't, when words start becoming discerned spiritually, I don't think like, that scares me, that makes me humble again, because I don't really know what that even means.
That's okay, because we both learning.
But spiritual people discern everything. We question everything.
Yes.
While nobody else can even understand us. Like, yeah, I've lost so many friends. Friends don't even talk to me anymore. Cool. And then they're back to the end. 1 Corinthians 2 verse 14 and 16. Be proud in Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what I'm writing down today. Be proud of Jesus, of having Jesus Christ in your life. My mouth's burning from the nachos. What did you write?
I said strive for greatness because you have the mind of the Messiah.
Yes. I wrote, be proud about having Jesus Christ in your life.
Okay.
Awesome. Happy?